Hello and welcome back to my channel Healing Without Medicine. In today's video, we're going to discuss about the insane benefits of the Medical Qigong. In this video, you're going to watch an interview done on one of my students. He stopped by one weekend to visit me and hang out, and he was just sharing with me the transformation he was experiencing with the medical Qigong practice. It was so insane that I stopped him and I told him that I wanted to record this video so you can share it with you guys, so you can hear how insane these benefits are. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. His name is Dr. Kenneth Langley, better known as Ken. So listen what he has to say about the practice. Enjoy.
I'm a psychologist in private practice who specializes in treating mainly anxiety disorders with as much as possible incorporating holistic approaches.
Oh, okay. And how did you get interested on Qigong?
I've always been interested in things like yoga and Tai Chi and meditation. I've been intuitive naturally since I was young, and I feel like it's a gift, and I was always interested how to develop it, what to do with it, So I like to be around other people who are exploring these kinds of things. And just a friend introduced me to somebody who also is a psychologist, and he was teaching Qigong.
Oh, okay. So you have explored different type of Qigong discipline, have you? So you know some other techniques too?
Well, more like I know yoga, I know meditation. This was the only, I had looked at Qine-san, like the Qia stuff, Chinese medicine and whatnot. But this was my first introduction to Qigong, is this medical Qigong.
Or like the young people say, full immersion, diving into this type of Qigong.
Well, in the beginning, I just took some classes and let it just, and I said to myself, well, what's the difference between this and yoga? You're like, why is it any better? So I didn't pursue it at first. But someone in the class, I think you know, I noticed was very intuitive, because I could sense that. And I don't make many people very intuitive, so I was interested in this person. And they immersed themselves, they stayed with it, and we stayed connected. And then she started teaching it. And
oh, you can mention my name. You can mention my class, that's right.
You, Lily, were teaching it, and I thought, oh, medical rehab doctor, acupuncture, intuitive energy, it's like, this is my kind of person I can relate to. I thought, if she thinks it's valuable, let's take a closer look at it. And then you started teaching it in an organized way in retreats. Yeah, little by little, we tried different things, and they all seemed nice. And I always felt better after doing it. So it just continued.
Yeah, and how long did you stick with Lily in her Qigong class?
Well, I think for years she did like a talk every Saturday, and she did some retreats here and there. And then she was doing 2, maybe 3 times a year, a 21-day program. So I think in the last 3 years, it was more on a regular, consistent basis.
Oh, okay. And what kind of physical benefit have you gotten through this last, immersion on the practice?
Well, in the 21-day program, Lily had us write down every little problem we had, and they were like, I think there were like 25, 30 different things. And at the end, like an ache in the shoulder was not a problem, sleeping was better, going to the bathroom at night was reduced, headaches were reduced, backache was reduced, energy was better in the morning. Then there were changes when I started thinking about being in a Qigong kind of frame of mind at work as a psychologist. I'd listen to people.
How about you, about the blood pressure and diabetes?
Oh, yeah. So I noticed my blood pressure was more normal, and I didn't want to take medications. but it was so high I did for a little while. And my sugar level was high, and I didn't want to take medication, but it was so high I did take it for a while. But then the combination of doing the Qigong, sleeping right, not overdoing, working hard, eating better, because I was testing my sugar level and my blood pressure, regularly. I could see the difference it made, eating, sleeping, Qigong and whatnot. And although I could do better being consistent, it improved a lot.
Ken, I have to say that where can I find more of people like you?
That's a good question. There's one in the mirror in the bathroom. It's just like me.
Virtual, okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, no, very good answer. Has your practice of medical Qigong also influenced the quality of your professional practice?
Yeah, I think in general, I was more aware of when I was tense or stressed. And so I noticed in work, because I hear people's problems all the time, how that makes me heavy, and I feel a responsibility to help them. I'm thinking, what can I say here? But I sort of switched into a Qigong gear of just relaxing and breathing and listening and not being tense, letting my energy flow and giving people more space. So I think that was good for the clients, but also for me, I started actually enjoying therapy a lot more. It made a big difference. As a therapist, your main job is to listen. And there are times where my definition of listening is not talking. So I would stop talking to give them space, but I didn't stop thinking. I'm paused, but my mind is saying, are they going to come up with something? What am I going to come up with to say that'll be helpful? So I was half listening and half thinking about what's coming next. But then I got more into just letting go.
And how did that benefit on the outcome of your patient and a psychologist relationship?
I think mainly for me it was a benefit because I felt a lot less stressed and a lot better about it. And I think I was more natural and more happy and more open, and I was more available to them. And so I think that made them also more available to themselves and available to me.
And were you able to get better insights, better solutions for the clients, or no?
I think so. It's more a matter of just like trusting that what came through was good.
Yeah.
And it might take a little while.
Do you feel that you're more present for your patients now?
Yeah, I feel I'm more present. And it's interesting. I can be detail oriented when I listen to people, and I can look at the whole picture, although I have to really kick back and have my mind open for that. I think Qigong helps me to have my mind opened and not be thinking everything that they say, what I'm going to say back. So I think it's just sort of like just trusting the process, and then something just comes to me that I didn't go find it. It just came to me at the end, and I just kind of have to trust that that's
great,
therapeutic.
Okay, so then the next question is about the placebo, because I know you're very big on the effect of the placebo. How much do you think the practice of medical Qigong is due to placebo?
Well, I think they're a bit different things, although there might be some overlap. The placebo is you believe that it's your belief in it. You believe that something will work, and your mind can make it work. Whereas Qigong, not everybody believes it works. And a lot of it seems wacky, but you just do it because, that's what you're told to do. And then you feel better afterwards. So I think, I believe there's something to it because I feel the energy and I do feel better in a lot of different ways. And even when I've taken pills for high blood pressure or sugar, and I believe that they work, the actual pills don't work.
And last question, Ken. I know that you have mentioned that since always you had these intuitive abilities. Did the practice of medical Qigong sort of accentuate that ability?
I think it has. I think it has. I've always been looking for ways to enhance my intuition, and I think the main way is just to trust it and use it. But I think with Qigong, it is better, because I'm maybe more relaxed in general. It comes more often.
Ken, thank you very much. And if you want to learn more about that, go to my website, www.dealingwithoutmedicine.org. And thank you for watching.